Discover a land where timeless traditions blend seamlessly with serene landscapes and warm hospitality. This travel documentary invites you to experience Oman's captivating culture and tranquil charm like never before. Omani women are modest in dress and conduct. Omani women are known for their elegant modesty, a reflection of deep cultural and religious values. Traditional clothing such as the abaya, a long flowing robe, and the hijab, which covers the hair, are common choices. These garments are often beautifully embroidered or paired with vibrant scarves, allowing personal style to shine while honoring Islamic principles of modesty. Even when wearing modern fashions beneath, Omani women typically ensure that their outer layers maintain a sense of dignity and respect, especially in public or formal settings. This balance between tradition and individual expression highlights the unique way Omani women embrace both heritage and personal taste. Their conduct mirrors this outward presentation. Public behavior is generally reserved, with a focus on politeness and humility. Loud or confrontational actions are rare, and interactions with strangers are often marked by quiet courtesy. In social settings, especially around people they do not know well, Omani women tend to maintain a calm and composed demeanor. This cultural approach stems from Islamic teachings and long-standing community values that prioritize respect for oneself and others. It also reflects a society where family reputation is important and where grace and discretion are held in high esteem. At the same time, modesty does not limit confidence or ambition. Many Omani women pursue higher education, professional careers, and entrepreneurial ventures while continuing to dress and behave in ways that align with cultural expectations. Their modesty is not a constraint, but a conscious choice that reflects pride in their identity. Visitors to Oman often notice the striking combination of refinement and self-assuredness among Omani women. Whether attending university lectures, running businesses, or participating in community projects, they demonstrate that true elegance lies in carrying oneself with respect, blending tradition and modern aspirations seamlessly. Oldest independent state. Oman holds a unique place in the Middle East as the oldest independent Arab state, with sovereignty that stretches back over 2,000 years. Unlike many nations whose histories were shaped by colonization or foreign rule, Oman has proudly maintained its independence for centuries. This continuity has allowed the country to safeguard its traditions, languages, and heritage, weaving a cultural fabric that is distinctly its own. Ancient trade routes, fortified settlements, and coastal cities bear witness to Oman's resilience as a nation that thrived through shifting empires and global transformations. The roots of Oman's independence lie in its geography and resourcefulness. Positioned on the Arabian Peninsula's southeastern edge, Oman controlled key sea routes linking India, Africa, and the Middle East. Its mastery of seafaring and the construction of dhows, the traditional wooden ships, turned Oman into a powerful maritime force. This naval strength not only protected Oman's shores, but also expanded its influence across the Indian Ocean. Even when European powers like the Portuguese sought dominance, Oman successfully resisted and eventually reclaimed its ports, ensuring its sovereignty remained intact. Today, Oman's status as the region's oldest independent state shapes its national identity. The preservation of its independence has nurtured a society that balances tradition with modern progress. From the bustling souks of Muscat to the historic forts of Nizwa, Omani culture reflects centuries of continuity. This enduring independence is not just history. It is a living legacy, one that continues to guide Oman as a peaceful, proud, and deeply rooted nation. No skyscraper overload. In Oman, in a region where glittering skyscrapers race skyward, Oman stands apart with a skyline that refuses to be swallowed by steel and glass. The country has consciously chosen to preserve its traditional architecture, ensuring that ultra-tall skyscrapers never dominate its cities. This decision is not about resisting progress, but about honoring a cultural legacy where low-rise whitewashed buildings, elegant domes, and intricate wooden doors reflect Omani identity. Walking through Muscat, one feels history and modernity coexisting, where every structure whispers stories of continuity rather than competition. This architectural restraint is rooted in Oman's philosophy of balance and authenticity. By banning high-rise towers, the nation maintains a sense of human scale and community. Instead of overwhelming vertical growth, neighborhoods unfold horizontally, allowing natural light, mountain views, and coastal breezes to remain central to daily life. Unlike the towering skylines of Dubai or Doha, Oman's cities blend seamlessly into the rugged desert landscapes and turquoise coastline. The result is a built environment that feels harmonious with nature, rather than imposed upon it. For visitors, this policy offers a rare experience in the Gulf, a chance to encounter a modern Arab state without the distraction of glass giants. From the Sultan Qaboos Grand Mosque's marble majesty to the simplicity of traditional souks, Oman's skyline invites reflection rather than spectacle. It is a nation where the beauty of heritage takes precedence over the allure of height, reminding the world that progress need not erase identity. Oman has been a frankincense land. Long before oil reshaped the Gulf, Oman's deserts carried a different treasure: frankincense, the fragrant resin that once rivaled gold in value. Harvested from the boswellia trees of Dhofar, this aromatic gum was prized in temples, palaces, and markets across the ancient world. From Egypt to Rome, caravans carried Omani frankincense along vast trade routes, fueling a global demand for a substance believed to purify, heal, and connect the earthly with the divine. Oman's southern coast became the beating heart of this trade, giving rise to bustling ports that linked Arabia to India, Africa, and the Mediterranean. The remains of this golden era are still etched into Omani soil. UNESCO-listed sites like Al-Balid, Khor Rori, and the Frankincense Park reveal the scale of a trade that made the region flourish. Dhofar's incense trees, still tapped today, stand as living witnesses to a commerce that shaped civilizations. The resin, once burned in Roman temples or gifted to kings, carried with it not only fragrance but prestige, symbolizing purity, spirituality, and wealth. Oman's landscape thus became both a marketplace and a crossroads of cultures, enriching its people and placing the nation firmly on the ancient world map. Even today, the legacy of frankincense lingers in Omani daily life. Its smoke drifts through homes during gatherings, weddings, and rituals, carrying centuries of tradition in every wisp. Souks still sell chunks of the resin alongside silver and spices, offering travelers a chance to hold history in their hands. In Oman, frankincense is more than a trade relic. It remains a fragrant bridge between past glory and living culture. Omani women driving before Saudi Arabia. While much of the world focused on Saudi Arabia's historic decision in 2018 to allow women to drive, Omani women had long been steering their own paths on the roads. For decades, they have held licenses, driven freely, and been recognized as capable participants in public life. This quiet normalcy in Oman reflects the nation's balanced approach to progress, embracing modernity without losing touch with cultural identity. Unlike many of its neighbors, Oman did not place legal barriers on women's right to mobility, a freedom that became a symbol of the country's relatively inclusive policies. The sight of women driving cars, working in offices, and managing businesses has been part of Oman's social fabric for years. In many towns, women drive themselves to markets, schools, and workplaces without a second thought, highlighting the country's practical approach to gender roles. Sultan Qaboos, who modernized Oman in the 1970s, emphasized education and empowerment for both men and women, ensuring that women's participation in public life was not seen as a novelty, but as a necessity for national development. Driving was one of the simplest yet most visible signs of that vision. Today, Omani women continue to navigate highways and city streets with the same confidence, often serving as an example for visitors surprised by the ease of their independence. In a region where restrictions have only recently begun to ease, Oman's women drivers stand as a reminder that progress sometimes grows quietly, not through global headlines, but through everyday freedoms lived without fuss. Oman. Sea of Dates. Oman is a land where the date palm reigns supreme, with over 250 unique varieties flourishing across its landscapes. From the lush coastal plains to the arid interior, the climate has nurtured these sweet treasures for centuries, making them both a cultural symbol and a vital source of nourishment. Each variety has its own character, some soft and syrupy, others dry and chewy, and still others prized for their caramel-like richness. For many Omani families, date palms are more than crops. They are legacies passed down through generations, connecting people to their roots. Dates are woven into the daily rhythm of life in Oman. They are the first offering to guests, often paired with fragrant Omani coffee, symbolizing hospitality and generosity. Farmers take pride in their orchards, and local markets overflow with baskets of dates in every shape, size, and shade of golden brown. Beyond tradition, dates are also celebrated for their health benefits, rich in fiber, iron, and natural sugars. They provide an instant energy boost and have been a dietary staple for centuries. Even today, no Ramadan in Oman is complete without dates to break the fast. Modern Oman continues to embrace its sea of dates, not only as food, but as heritage. Festivals showcase the diversity of these fruits, while innovative products like date syrup, pastes, and even desserts keep traditions alive in contemporary kitchens. With every bite, Oman's dates carry the taste of history, resilience, and the enduring sweetness of its culture. No personal income tax. In Oman, one of the most surprising aspects of daily life is the complete absence of personal income tax. Both citizens and expatriates enjoy the freedom of earning without the burden of deductions from their salaries. This policy not only makes Oman an attractive destination for professionals from around the world, but also allows families to stretch their earnings further, channeling income into savings, investments, or a higher standard of living. For many who come from tax-heavy economies, this feels like a refreshing privilege that instantly lightens financial stress. The lack of income tax also reflects Oman's unique approach to balancing tradition with modern economic policies. Historically, the nation has relied on its natural resources, particularly oil and gas, to support government revenue. This financial structure has enabled the country to maintain a system that prioritizes economic stability for its people while also encouraging foreign talent to settle and work in Oman. Expatriates, who make up a significant portion of the workforce, find this policy especially appealing, as it enhances the value of working years spent in the Sultanate. Yet beyond its financial benefits, Oman's tax-free system contributes to the sense of peace and security that defines life in the country. With fewer bureaucratic hurdles and more disposable income, people are free to focus on building careers, nurturing families, and contributing to the community. This policy, simple yet powerful, stands as a hallmark of Oman's reputation as one of the most welcoming and livable nations in the Middle East. World's oldest cave paintings. Hidden in Oman's rugged mountains and arid deserts are some of the world's oldest cave paintings, etched into stone more than 6,000 years ago. These petroglyphs depict daily life, with carvings of animals, hunting scenes, tribal gatherings, and even symbolic patterns that hint at early spiritual beliefs. For archaeologists, they are a priceless time capsule, evidence of how ancient people not only survived, but also expressed themselves through art long before written language existed. Each chiseled line on the rock tells a story of a civilization deeply connected to nature and community. What makes these discoveries extraordinary is their preservation in Oman's harsh climate. While many ancient artworks around the world have faded, Oman's desert environment has shielded these carvings from erosion, allowing them to remain visible thousands of years later. Researchers marvel at the sophistication of the depictions, which show an impressive awareness of detail, from the muscular forms of ibex and camels to human figures engaged in rituals. These early artists may not have considered themselves painters, but their rock art served as a powerful means of recording knowledge, traditions, and cultural identity. Today, these cave paintings offer a profound connection between Oman's present and its deep past. Visitors who trek to these sites are often struck by the realization that they are looking at art created millennia before modern cities, cars, or even basic tools of civilization. In a country known for preserving its traditions, these petroglyphs are the ultimate reminder that Oman has always been a land where history and heritage are carved into the very stones of the earth. Camel racing craze in Oman. Camel racing in Oman is more than a sport. It's a living tradition that blends heritage with modern innovation. For centuries, tribes across the desert gathered to test the speed and endurance of their prized camels, animals considered symbols of wealth, pride, and survival. The races are still held on sandy tracks, often at dawn when the air is cool, and crowds gather to cheer on the powerful dromedaries as they thunder across the landscape. Winning a race not only brings honor, but also immense prestige to the owners and trainers. What sets modern camel racing apart is the introduction of technology in a way that respects tradition. Instead of child jockeys, which once raised ethical concerns, Oman now uses small robot jockeys controlled remotely. These lightweight devices sit neatly atop the camels, equipped with whips and transmitters to guide them during the race. Owners drive alongside the track in SUVs, steering both their camels and the robots from a distance, creating a unique fusion of ancient sport and futuristic innovation. This clever solution has preserved the integrity of the sport while ensuring safety and fairness. The excitement of camel racing is not just about speed, but also about community and culture. Each event feels like a festival, where families gather, music plays, and local food is shared. For visitors, it's a breathtaking glimpse into Oman's deep-rooted traditions, showing how the country honors its past while embracing the future. In Oman, the camel remains king of the desert, celebrated in the most exhilarating way. Green Mountain, Jebel Akhdar. High above the desert plains, Jebel Akhdar, Oman's Green Mountain, offers a stunning contrast to the country's arid landscapes. Its cool climate and fertile terraces have made it a center of agriculture for centuries, where villagers skillfully carve steps into the mountainside to grow crops that would never survive in the lowlands. Among the most famous are the lush pomegranate orchards, their jewel-like fruits ripening in the crisp mountain air, renowned across the Gulf for their sweetness and quality. The mountain's beauty lies not just in its scenery, but in the timeless way people have worked with the land. Equally iconic are the rose fields that blanket Jebel Akhtar every spring, turning the mountain slopes into a fragrant paradise. Farmers carefully hand-pick the delicate damask roses at dawn, before the sun grows strong, and transport them to traditional stone distilleries. There, in copper pots, the petals are slowly boiled and condensed into the purest rose water. This prized essence is a staple in Omani households, used for everything from flavoring sweets to soothing the skin, and is even offered as a symbol of hospitality. The entire process has been passed down for generations, a ritual that ties the community deeply to its land. For travelers, Jebel Akhtar is more than a scenic escape. It's an immersion into Oman's mountain culture. Hiking through its terraced farms, meeting local rosewater distillers, and tasting fresh pomegranates provide a sensory journey that captures the essence of Omani tradition, where nature, craft, and heritage live in perfect harmony. No chains dominate, only local food. Travel across Oman, and you'll notice something refreshingly different about its food scene. Global fast food chains hardly dominate. Outside the capital, Muscat, spotting a McDonald's, Starbucks, or KFC is a rarity. Instead, local eateries thrive, serving traditional Omani dishes alongside regional specialties. From family-owned coffee shops brewing cardamom-scented kawa to small roadside grills preparing shawarmas, the food culture emphasizes authenticity over uniformity. This commitment to local businesses keeps Oman's culinary identity strong and unique, avoiding the cookie-cutter sameness seen in many other countries. Eating in Oman is as much about community as it is about flavor. In small towns and coastal villages, meals are often prepared with fresh, locally sourced ingredients: fish straight from the Arabian Sea, dates from nearby groves, and fragrant rice dishes infused with saffron and spices. Even international cuisine is often adapted with an Omani twist, blending flavors in creative ways that appeal to local tastes. Rather than importing global chains, Oman celebrates its own traditions while welcoming culinary diversity on its own terms. For visitors, this offers an extraordinary opportunity to experience genuine Omani hospitality through its food. Sitting on the floor of a majlis to share a plate of shua, slow-cooked lamb seasoned with spices, or sipping kawa with halwa in a modest cafe creates memories no chain restaurant could replicate. Oman's resistance to fast food dominance is not about rejecting modernity, but about preserving cultural pride and ensuring every meal tells a story deeply rooted in its land and people. Wadis instead of rivers in Omaniland. Unlike most countries, Oman has no permanent rivers flowing through its landscape. Instead, it is defined by wadis, dry valleys that come alive only when the rains fall. During the rare but dramatic downpours, these wadis transform into powerful torrents, rushing with water that nourishes the land before disappearing back into the desert sands. Their seasonal flooding has shaped how Omanis live, farm, and travel for centuries, forcing communities to adapt to the unpredictability of water in an arid climate. Beyond their practical importance, wadis are among Oman's most breathtaking natural wonders. Wadi Shab, with its turquoise pools and hidden caves, draws trekkers and swimmers into its cool embrace, while Wadi Bani Khalid offers deep emerald waters, surrounded by date palms and rocky cliffs. These natural oases have become gathering spots for families and travelers alike, offering moments of respite in a country dominated by desert and mountains. The wadis hold both beauty and danger, as sudden flash floods can sweep through with little warning, reminding everyone of nature's power. For Omanis, wadis are more than just geographic features. They are lifelines of culture and history. They have long been used as routes for trade, fertile grounds for date palms, and places of community connection. Today, they stand as symbols of resilience, showing how people have learned to thrive in a land where water is fleeting yet treasured. To wander through a wadi is to witness the delicate balance between scarcity and abundance that defines Oman's unique landscape. Whale sharks at Daymaniyat Islands. Off the coast of Muscat lies the Daymaniyat Islands, a protected marine reserve where the ocean reveals one of its most awe-inspiring sights, the gentle whale shark. Despite their immense size, some growing over 12 meters long, these giants of the sea glide gracefully through the turquoise waters, feeding only on plankton and small fish. Divers and snorkelers from around the world flock here between the summer months, when the nutrient-rich waters attract schools of these magnificent creatures, offering a rare chance to swim alongside them in complete harmony. What makes the Daymaniyat Islands special is not only the presence of whale sharks, but the pristine marine ecosystem that supports them. The waters are alive with vibrant coral reefs, turtles, manta rays, and countless tropical fish, creating a kaleidoscope of colors beneath the waves. For divers, spotting a whale shark while surrounded by such biodiversity is nothing short of magical. The island's protected status ensures that this delicate balance is preserved, with strict regulations on fishing and tourism to safeguard the natural environment for generations to come. For Omanis, the whale sharks are not just a tourist attraction, but a symbol of coexistence between people and nature. Local communities have long respected the seasonal arrival of these giants, understanding their role in the ocean's health. Today, the experience of seeing a whale shark up close at the Daymaniyat Islands is both a thrill and a lesson in humility, reminding us of the vast mysteries still thriving in the deep blue sea. Goat auctions in Nizwa. Every Friday morning in the historic city of Nizwa, time seems to rewind as the famous goat auction springs to life. This centuries-old tradition takes place in the open-air market near Nizwa Fort, where buyers, sellers, and curious onlookers gather in anticipation. Farmers proudly parade their goats in a circle, holding them by the rope as bidders shout their offers. The air buzzes with excitement, a mix of commerce and culture, as this ritual continues just as it has for generations. The goat auction is not only a place of trade, but also a social gathering deeply tied to Omani heritage. Families travel from surrounding villages to take part, making the event a hub of community interaction. Buyers carefully inspect the animals, checking their health, strength, and breed before sealing a deal. The process is lively, full of bargaining and gestures, and for visitors, it provides an unfiltered glimpse into traditional Omani life. Unlike modern livestock markets, this one thrives on human connection, trust, and centuries-old customs that remain untouched by time. Beyond its practical role, the auction serves as a cultural spectacle that fascinates travelers. Tourists stand shoulder to shoulder with locals, capturing photos of goats being led proudly through the crowd, often decorated with bright ropes or collars. For many visitors, it feels like stepping into a living museum where heritage and everyday life merge seamlessly. In Nizwa, the goat auction is more than commerce. It is a celebration of tradition, resilience, and community spirit. Meteorite fields in Oman. Oman's vast deserts hold secrets far beyond shifting sands and golden dunes. They are some of the richest hunting grounds for meteorites in the world. Over the past few decades, thousands of extraterrestrial rocks have been discovered scattered across the barren landscapes, preserved in pristine condition by the dry climate. These meteorites, some dating back billions of years, offer scientists rare clues about the origins of the solar system. For Oman, The desert has become not just a natural wonder, but a cosmic archive. The unique geography makes Oman a hotspot for discoveries. The flat, pale desert surfaces make dark meteorites stand out, while the arid conditions prevent them from weathering quickly. This has attracted researchers and collectors from around the globe, turning Oman into an unlikely hub of planetary science. Some of the finds include lunar and Martian meteorites, fragments that quite literally fell from other worlds. For scientists, each discovery is a time capsule, carrying within it the story of ancient collisions, cosmic journeys, and the building blocks of planets. For locals and visitors, meteorite hunting in Oman is a fascinating blend of adventure and science. Imagine walking across endless sand and suddenly spotting a dark, heavy rock that once traveled through the vastness of space. These discoveries are not only fueling research, but also adding a new dimension to Oman's reputation. A country where desert sands whisper stories not only of ancient civilizations, but of the universe itself. Thanks for exploring the serene beauty of Oman with us. If you loved this journey, like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell for more inspiring travel documentaries.